come with us on a day trip to Notting Hill Carnival from Swansea. We decided to get the train down to London so that we can enjoy some drinks on the train before we arrived at Notting Hill Carnival. After around a 3.5-hour train journey, we then arrived at Paddington Station, where we then headed over to the tubes to go and find where we needed to get to arrive at Notting Hill. Notting Hill Station was actually closed, but we had to get off at the station after. It was then about a 10-minute walk from the tube station that we got off from until we arrived at Notting Hill Carnival, and wow, the atmosphere was so good when we arrived. It was about midday at this point, so it wasn't crazy busy, but it did start getting busier as we were walking in the crowds. This woman then overheard us say that we needed to get more alcohol, so she decided to try and sell us these frozen cocktails that she'd made out of her suitcase, and to be fair to her, she was really trying to hustle us. I then saw this face paint stand and I decided to pay £5 to get this super cute little face paint on. We then walked further into Notting Hill, and obviously the crowds started picking up then, and we found where all the main floats were and the main atmosphere was going on. We also found the Radio 1 extra float, which was really cool, and they were playing some really good music. Tevin also brought a whistle, which he absolutely loved, and he was using throughout the parades. And it's time for food, and oh my god, we were starving, but the food was amazing. It was a bit pricey. We paid £18 for our food. I'm also vegetarian, so it's always really nerve-wracking when we get to these kind of stands to see if they have any veggie options, but they did. They had this really nice veggie patty, which I'd 100% recommend. We then started walking further into Notting Hill and obviously following the crowds, but wow, it's really started to get busy in the afternoon. At one point, we literally found ourselves just stuck in a crowd, walking like super slow, and you literally couldn't even dance either. And this is the point where we started to realise that we're kind of getting a bit tired, and it was time to head back to the train. So we jumped back on the tube back to Paddington Station, where we then found out our train was cancelled and all the trains out of Paddington were cancelled. At this point, we were told to get a train to Reading Station, and then we could find a train back from Swansea from there, but we basically were stuck at Reading Station for hours, and oh my god, we were getting so tired, and it was getting really late into the night. Finally, at 10 o'clock, a train to Swansea arrived, and we jumped back on it, and we arrived back to Swansea about 1:30 in the morning. This is actually our second time going to Notting Hill Carnival. We went back in, I think it was 2017, so it has been a while since we have last been, but we really love it and we would highly recommend it. It's so worth the visit. The atmosphere is amazing, and obviously the food is really good as well. Make sure you like, comment, share and subscribe, and we'll catch you guys in the next video.